morning.
I'm gonna have everyone to basically introduce yourself. So, you know, you within the Westport community, you know, 'cause this is what I really want the community out here, so we can come together. This is great. This is great to see, you know, the ones that have came out. A lot of the seniors was gonna come, but it's cold, so I'm not, I'm not gonna blame on that one. So, wanna start on this end? Introduce yourself when we go around, unless y'all wanna come into the middle.
How's everybody doing? My name is Ronald Emerson. I coach at the North Star School downtown, 8th grade girls. I'm also self-employed. I've been self-employed for probably over 13 years now. Fully self-employed over 10 years now. This month makes my 10-year anniversary.
Amen. Congratulations.
What kind of work can we need to hire?
Pardon me?
What kind of work can we need to hire?
I have several businesses. I do coaching, which is one. Media production. I also teach media production, entrepreneurship and pre-college programs at Newark, Keene, and William Patterson. Film photography. I'm doing a gun violence documentary right now, currently for the city of Newark, called Hear My Cries. And it's just documenting the gun violence epidemic and how it affects women. So it's on the women's side, mothers of gun violence. And a slew of other things, fashion, you know, all types of different media production facets. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you for standing out and having invited. Appreciate that.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Lavita Johnson. Born and raised right here in the city of Newark. I've been a homeowner on Midland Place for 22 years. I take care of my mom. She's 75. Yes, thank God. As a matter of fact, my dad just had a birthday too, just last Saturday. And what don't I do? I'm retired from Newark Police Department. I came out of the largest class of recruits and largest class of females up under our great former Mayor Sharp James. Served my city until I had a traumatic accident. I am alive, I'm well, I'm still standing.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, ma'am. And I basically, a lot of times I talk about strength. I've survived 30 knee surgeries, 4 elbow surgeries, 2 partial strokes, 2 muscle transplants. And just recently just had 4 kidney stone surgeries. So if you see me kind of sitting down, I'm balancing, but God still tells me to stand. I stand on His word and His healing. Speaking of shootings, I had my own brother who was a victim of a shooting right here in the city of Newark, being retired on September 3rd, 2012. Thank you, Donna Jackson. Because at the time we didn't know my brother was shot, but due to the advocacy at the time, it was on Labor Day. Her and Cassandra, they notified us, we got to the hospital. He suffered 1 year, 4 months, 10 days up until his death. So my mother is a mother. And I work with Mom Said, Mothers of Murdered Sons and Daughters, and Parents of Murdered Children. And I have to see my mother day in and day out deal with this. And my brother's anniversary just this Monday, as the shooting happened Sunday on Stuyvesant and South Orange Avenue. He was shot on Avon and 11th Street, and then there was a shooting on Sanford and Ivy, which was of a retired police detective. That was her grandson that was murdered. So, well aware of that.
And his mother's on the force.
Yes, her mom is in crime scene.
Yeah.
So I get it, I live it, but I'm still here. I ran for office in 2013. I came in 3rd. I thank God for the victory because you have to have the courage to run. That's what's happening in our city. And yes, I'm running again now for Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. I'm still standing. It's a lot of work, but I'm standing. But also to say, the mayor did bring me in as a part of his administration. I was recently the assistant manager of Newark People's Assembly, where we bridged the gap with the community and City Hall to resolve issues. We had town hall meetings throughout the city. I was then shifted in December 2020. I became then the assistant manager of our 4311 non-emergency call center, and I was just hearing some complaints, and we're gonna deal with that too. Because at the end of the day, we don't have a job if the residents issues are not resolved. And I'm never satisfied, because I get in trouble every day by my other supervisors saying, I'm on the phone too much. No, you have to really listen and hear what's happening. Take it serious, because that's us. Especially when you're a taxpayer, that is us. There's no way to get around it. But again, I'm here, you know, I thank you for the opportunity.
I'm glad you're here.
Yes,
Me too.
I thank you all.
I don't have as much to say as she did. My name is Barbara. I was on Carrigan Boulevard and retired 30 years from the VA hospital. Responded line.
Thank you.
Thank you. First time I'm on a 70-year birthday next month.
Who?
Who? And I'm glad to meet all my neighbors.
Oh, welcome to the same.
Good morning. My name is Devin Gabriel. I am a homeowner of Isabella Avenue for 3 years, but I was born and raised in Newark. I have 3 children and 2 big dogs that I love to death. Here I am at work. I work at home since the pandemic, so I am very aware of the community, what's going on, and I'm hoping for change.
Amen.
Really are. Because the kids have nowhere to play, no programs, and they need to get out, like we used to do, play hide go seek, hopscotch, like we was talking, right?
Double dutch.
Yeah.
Topsy. I don't even know what topsy
Want a
is.
safe place for them in the park to run around and walk. There's nothing for our kids to do. I have to take them out of our community for them to have fun. There should be stuff in this area. I shouldn't have to go to other towns for them to play around and go to festivals. There should be something in this park for them.
Yes.
So that's why I'm here today, and also the high taxes as well.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here. Nice to meet you. My name is Antoinette Prather. I'm new to the area. I grew up in Paterson, New Jersey, graduated from John F. Kennedy High School, went into the military. I'm a disabled veteran, and I'm here because it hurts so bad to know that I went to sacrifice my life
Take your time.
and come back and see the streets the way they are. It hurts so bad because I can remember being overseas, standing on guard duty with a weapon in my hand, getting ate up by bugs, and just looking at the sky and saying, I'm doing this for America, for the people in America, so they can do what they do back in that country. Then to get back. I've been around the world and I've been to other places. It's not where you live, it's how you live. It hurts so bad to see. I never knew what Trump meant when he said, he want to give back America. Now, being in the South for so long, seeing kids outside playing, people walking and exercising in the park. But when I get back up here, I've been here for almost a year. I see drug dealers that was there before I left, but they taking over the streets. They legalize cocaine, but they legalize marijuana, but they act as if cocaine and heroin is legal. It's a shame that you can't open your window so the kids can look out the window without seeing the addicts and the drug dealers. Now, on my block, I've been there since September. They call me Madu. It's okay, because that was my name in the military, too. Madu wants to change. Madu gonna speak out.
Yes.
Madu done been in them footsteps. I done walked the path you walk. So if I haven't walked that path, then I can't talk the talk. And I'm glad to be here.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dupre Kelly.
Welcome.
Born and raised in the city of Newark. Actually born in the West Ward. Schooled in this ward from 19th Street, South Orange Avenue. I live on Central Avenue now. Own a couple of businesses in the city, from barbershops to liquor stores to real estate in the West Ward. I run a nonprofit organization called 211 Community Impact, and we've done you know, a lot of different things of filling the gap, of just helping the community from all over, not just the West Ward, but all over the entire city. And we've been doing that. February 11th, hence the name 211, will be 12 years that we've been doing it on paperwork, but we've been doing it for a long time. I've been in the community, an activist in the community since the early 90s, you know, and this is my city. I've traveled around the world, always take my city with me, and it just feels good that I'm still here. Yesterday was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
I turned 51 years old. So this park is important to me because this is the park that I learned how to play baseball in. I had my first fight in this park, right over there on the old merry-go-round. But even more importantly, yesterday was my birthday, and I always give my mother a gift on my birthday because even though we say it's our birthday, it's really her birthday because she gave birth to me. And for me to be turning 51 yesterday, I'm a young male that had to maneuver through this city with a single black mother, you know, and that's why I give women so much love and praise, because I had this black lady to raise a young male child, and she can't teach me how to be a man, but she did the best that she could. So that's why I always honor thy mother.
Yes.
And the mentality I had coming up, growing up on 19th Street, I didn't think I would make it to be 18. And that's a terrible, terrible way to think for our young males in this city. So I know if I felt like that back then, I speak and I mentor, you know, children and youth now, and some of them feel that way. So now I'm trying to be the, you know, the person that I needed when I was growing up. I try to be that person for them, you know, and tell them, look, I'm an example. I made it to 51 years old so far, you know, and hopefully God got another 51 in me, you know. And as to, like Levita mentioned too, I ran for council at large in 2018. We didn't win, but it wasn't a loss either. You know, we built so many relationships in the community to help us keep doing what we're doing. And May 10th, 2022, I'm running for West Ward Councilman as well. Thank you, guys.
Roberta Whitaker, Telford Street in Newark, and I'm here because I've been in Newark since 1956, and I can see the difference from when I grew up to now. And I raised 3 children, none of them never been to jail because I went to the butt and waited on the cops. And I'm on West End, I'm on Telford Street, and it's a shame from when I moved there to now. People don't care, the younger generation bought homes, there are people that died out there on my block, and they don't care how they put the garbage out, they don't care how they live. And I pick up all day long. Pam can tell you that most of the time when she comes by my house, I'm in the street picking up something that somebody done walk through there and drop. So it's my neighborhood. Like I share with my kids, I still live there. As long as I'm able to walk, I'm gonna always be picking up. I'm gonna always be complaining. I do not like City Hall, so nobody in here ever mentioned City Hall to me.
I will not. I will not. It tastes like that in my mouth. I will not.
Our elder has spoken.
Yeah. I will not, baby.
Hi, everybody, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Cheryl Pace. I live on Palm Street. I'm on a pretty good block. I really don't have complaints like you have complaints, but I do understand when you say about putting the garbage out and how the city has changed. Like you also said, I have a 3-year-old grandson, I have a 12-year-old nephew that lives with me. And when I get ready to take him out, I never think about coming to Vailsburg Park. I go to South Orange. I feel safer in South Orange. I never know what's gonna happen down here. Certain blocks I don't ride through at nighttime. When we have a good block on Palm Street because we still have some neighbors that have been there for a while and they look out. you can't come on our block and just do anything because somebody is gonna say something. We also, Miss Pam lives on the block too. She lives on one end, I live on the beginning end. And as you came to my house when you was, and I asked you 50 million questions.
I love it.
Yeah, 50 million questions. I know you was ready to leave, but for everybody that's running in the city of Newark, I understand what you said about City Hall. I understand what you said about the Newark Police Department. Because you can call them and I still get no answers. I just was talking to Miss Pam about, we have a tenant that lives on the block. And it's a difference when you have somebody that's not a homeowner and when you have a tenant.
Absolutely.
We have people coming in the city of Newark, buying houses, they don't take the time to find out when is to put the garbage out, when is to put the recycles out, they don't come back and check, they only come and get their rent. And now they don't even come get their rent, they tell them to zealot to them. So they don't even come by the house to check. I call code enforcement because the rats is going crazy.
They still exist.
You can't come out at nighttime. At one time, you couldn't come out on our block at nighttime because they would run us back in. But we also have neighbors that just don't care. And sometimes I feel like Mama used to say, I just don't want to live around my people. I feel the same way, and I never thought I would. Sometimes I just don't want to live around us because we don't care. If you rent, you still gotta care where you live at. If you walk in your house and you see trash all around your house, or you see trash around your neighbor's house, pick it up. When you put your garbage out, just don't go you throw your garbage in the garbage can. I'm pissed off with the sanitation workers too. Because they come through, they put the garbage,
They make it
they
worse.
dump it on the ground, they leave it.
And then they wanna come
But
take
I
it.
work up in South Orange, and if they drop one piece of paper in Montclair, if you drop one piece of paper, they pick it up. And they also pick it up because people call. We don't call. We don't call and complain. When I call down and complain, he be like, Miss Pace, I'll come get your garbage. If they miss my garbage, how do you pick up 2 houses and miss another house?
Okay.
And then keep going. You know you did it. If you tired, don't go to work. And that's how I feel. But I call down and he know me by name. I'll send somebody up to pick your garbage up. Yes. Because even though I'm not a homeowner, I grew up in a home. I grew up in Hillside, and I see the difference. And I'm truly thinking about moving out of Newark now because I don't want to argue with people. People don't argue no more. They want to fight. They want to shoot you. If you say something, people get offended. When you talk about the kids, it's one good thing about it because they know they can't come on our block and just hang out. If you come on my block and you sit in front of my house and you sit too long, I want to know why you sit.
Okay. Exactly.
And I want to live around people that's working. I'm retired, but I want to live around people that's going to work. I didn't live to the area. I lived in Hill Manor before they tore it down. So I know what the scene is, and I don't want to come out my door now and feel like I got to see people up at 6, 8, 7 o'clock in the morning. You ain't going to work, but you looking to get high.
Right.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to live
Use the
around, and I
bathroom
just don't want to live around you. I want to live around productive people that's working, or you retired, you already have something, you taking care of what you want, and you have pride in what you want. And the city is just going down. Nobody has pride. We have young parents out here that have children, and you're not teaching them because nobody taught you.
Right.
But you can't tell you nothing because if I give you advice, there you go again, oh, there she go again complaining. But the same things that my mother taught me, and it was going in one ear and I thought it was going out the other, and I said I'm never going to do that. As I have gotten older and I'm in my 60s now, I'm the same way. The same way, and I feel the same way she felt. So as I came out this morning, because this parent was telling me about these meetings, and I'm like, oh, I'm coming. But I said, let me come and see what's going on, because if they can bring Vailsburg Park back, maybe I will come down. But until they do, and they never do anything, I look at all the other parks, you go to Branchwood, you can go down in the Ironbound section, all their parks is nice. When you go to Vailsburg Park, I bypass it, you get on the parkway, but when I get ready to take the kids, I go to South Orange. And I feel like I shouldn't have to go to another city, or I go up to West Orange, or I go up to Cedar Grove, and they got splash parks. And when you walk in there with your kids, you can sit down and let them run over there and play, but when you come in our area, you can't, because if I see a group of guys over there, I can't concentrate on the kids. Because I'm too busy concentrating on them.
Are they doing drugs?
We got open space, that's why, but it's coming down.
Drug addicts that took over the park. That's some tents in the park.
My name is Kenneth Lucky. I'm a retired state correctional officer. I've been working out here in the park, football. with the Westwood Hawks. Been out here 37 years, going on 38. So, if some of the things we say, we don't have nothing in the park, we have something in the park.
Oh, yes, in the park.
Well, we've been here, and we gonna stay. I try to mentor and keep these kids. I like what Pre said and the lady here about, you know, being an example. Always try to be an example. My mother was a minister. She didn't spare the rod at all. I grew up in the projects, 17th Avenue. When I came up, I'm a Georgia boy that came up here in 2nd grade. I came up here, I came out the project building running with no shoes on. That's how much I was a country boy. It was a big change. But you know what? I had Cub Scouts. My mother was the Cub Scout leader. So to see the different people here, I know Donna from way, way back. We ain't gonna talk about that. No, but you know, since probably 12, 13, something like that. I'm 60 years old. I maybe look a little younger than I. But the whole thing is, my blessing is seeing young men I've had. Telling Miss Fan the other day, getting kind of choked up. Got some guys, fire department, captains, police department, officers, lawyers, doctors, cheerleaders. Matter of fact, it was my niece, she was a cheerleader. This coach's wife, now he coached with me, was a cheerleader of mine. My niece was the number 2 person in her graduating class at Morgan University 8 years ago. Number 2, black girl. Not Chinese mix, nothing. Black, North, resident. And what I like to try to be the example, because we have good black men out here, and I would put myself in that category as being one of them. And I want to be an example to the kids, and that's why I constantly, from being in that jail, luckily I didn't see a whole lot of guys that I had on my team, but I did see a few. One is too many.
Okay.
So this is why I've been doing this so long, and I see a lot of different people coming, and the thing that kind of hurt me with the last meeting, they building a football field and stuff here. We've been out here hustling in the grass. I done brought my lawnmower down here to cut the grass so we can have space to practice at. And then it seems like people want to start trying to push us out.
Yes.
That's the thing that makes me kind of upset. But the thing that's not gonna make me upset, because I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna put it in the newspaper. I'm gonna be like, why I got to go? And I've been here. I've been the one thing in this park for 37 years. Baseball, I would love it. Is the guy here yet? Is the gentleman here for the baseball?
Yes.
Anybody? Who is
No,
that?
not for baseball.
The baseball. Okay, we had baseball, we had great teams, easier recruiting, because they came from baseball to football. And you keep these kids safe and off the street.
And busy. Yes.
And discipline. Now here go some of my kids coming in now with the pops. Now, this they father. He played for me. You know what I'm saying? So this generation, we don't tell nobody that he was on my team. No, you know, that's how I play with them now, because, oh man, you still looking like, yeah, because I try to stay in shape. Be an example, not knocking what nobody else do. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do no drugs, I don't let no kids see me in no compromising positions. That's how you lead.
Yes, sir.
I always have a thing that say, you cannot lead from behind. You can't lead from behind. So, everybody here right now is an upfront leader to me, because you want to make a change. I'm down with you.
All right.
You want to say something, Coach?
My name is Coach Wells. I'm a delivery service man. I've been coaching for like 10 years now, along this man. This guy influenced me to come out here and help these kids I seen kids come through that door, through this park, and walk straight through this park, straight to jail, and straight to their graveyard. And I got kids. I have a 19-year-old kid that made it through the Pop Warner system. He made it through high school and through college. I have another 14, 15-year-old son that's right now in 10th grade, and he's an AV student, and he's a good kid, and he's on a good path to go to college and to get his academics straight. But this is the thing, like what Luck was saying. Don't push us out the park, because we've been here, and for people that keep saying there is no program in this park, no, the program is here. The people, like she said, is leaving away from here because of the area. But we're here. We're here to help, and we ain't going nowhere, like you said, and that's all I want. That's all I want to say.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dallas.
Hey, go Cowboys, right? Yeah, goddamn.
We forgive you.
My name is Art, and I'm a resident right here on Columbia. I'm a long-term resident of the North, born and raised in the West. I'm South 7th Street, then we moved to East Orange for pretty much my high school years, and then I'm back. And I'm a product of Bradley Cole. So I understand what the West was and what it can be, right? And you talk about the programs and the people leaving and different things like that. But I'm a realist. My occupation is I work with the formerly incarcerated, returning citizens, helping them navigate the tough road of re-entering the community and helping provide support. And that's major for our ethnicity group, unfortunately, right? But somebody got to be there and let them brothers know that you can come home, and do something different. I'm not a stranger to the other side. 2 prison bids under my belt, so like you said, you got to lead in the front, not from behind. But in terms of the park, like again, my hard knocks came from Bradley Court in Vailsburg Park. I learned to play basketball, football, right? We did it in the dirt, right? Yep. And unfortunately, there was people still on the bench doing other stuff, but there was other things for us to get into, right? And I think that's the key thing that we can't miss. If we provide alternatives, opposed to seeing the guys on the bench, and then also having a program, then you give a person another choice, right? And I believe that those choices have been taken away from most of our youth. And now that we have one choice, or an influence to go to the left opposed to the right. We had both, right? And some of us fell victim to the right, but then we got back. And I understand, laws, like I ain't gonna blow your cover, but I'm from that era.
Oh, there's no cover.
I know. But
Save my life.
Right. And so why I'm here today, I was telling you earlier, I was actually forced to come in. My wife had to work, and she told me go to this meeting because she had some concerns, or she just wanted to voice her opinion on the park and its renovation. But since I've been here, I'm actually enlightened and encouraged to see that there are surrounding people that have like thoughts. You know what I mean? Sometimes you could be in your thoughts, it's like, yo, what can I do to make a difference? But don't know, where the support gonna come from. You know what I mean? And if anybody know my block, Columbia, we had the police on the corner and wasn't no damn support. You know what I mean?
I'm on
that's just being
Isabella.
real. We had
I
a police station on the corner, and it was matter of fact, it was worse crime then, right? It was shootings, more shootings then than it has been in the last 2 years, right? Which I can't understand to this day, right? But I'm willing to do as we talked about earlier with this young lady, that if I can put in some time of volunteering and assisting anywhere, particularly around the sports, because I know sports saved my life. It gave me an outlet, especially basketball. So if there's something that I could do to help with that. Like we used to have, I mean, we used to play each other's street. You know what I mean? Like Bradley Court would play Columbia, Cedar, 19, 20. Like and that was a ingrown thing, but it was something that we got, again, we had choices. You know what I mean? Huh? Opposed to fighting. Like on Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, meet me in the park and we want to talk slick. You know what I mean? And that's what we did. So we got to come play out Columbia. Yes. Right? And so, like, if I can participate in that sense, you know, I guess I have to go home and do something real nice for my wife for making me come. You know what I mean? Because now I'll probably be back. You know, so thank you for letting me speak.
Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shalise Smith. I'm here on behalf of the Westboro Hawks. I know a lot of parents are not here. They had to work. A couple of them hosted some sleepovers. So I want y'all to get it mistaken as not a lot of us here. But I'm here specifically to talk about the Westboro Hawks, how we are often getting shorted in the Pop Warner thing, and also with the renovations of the park. We do not want to be forgotten. We need funding and we need support from our community. I know you say you had 2 nephews. Coach Luck, I can leave my kid with him. I live right around the corner on Vermont Avenue. He watches them. He makes sure they're safe while they're here in this park. I know that's a big deal to me. I don't know him. I know Coach Will. And they make sure they only have 5 daughters and 1 son. So it's very important that my son is not a product of this environment. So I called out of work. I'm an essential worker. I work for University Hospital. Because it's important to me that the Westboro Hawks are not forgotten when the renovations proceed. I believe that Coach Luck, Coach Will, and the other couple of coaches and the parents will appreciate that during the renovations that we are the number one priority, and that maybe that we can build other programs and even open up the buildings here that the kids can use. I live around the corner, like I said, I have 5 kids. It's hard to, when I live right here, go to South Orange. During the summertime, I went to South Orange. They told me I had to pay to go to their water park. I want this park to have some things like that too. This community is big, right? We put it down the street. There's a lot of kids that live right there. There's a lot of kids that go live right here at Speedway Avenue. We just need some support, and I hope this is my first meeting. I hope I can come back and maybe we can see some of these changes. All I really want to say is, don't forget the Westboro Hawks. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chanel. I'm with the union and I'm here to support things.
Hi, my name is Mary Cole. And I moved here, bought a house in 1977. And I've been here over on Bassing Avenue by Speedway Avenue School. So I've seen many changes from Pap School to the club that was on Bassing and Grove. Tearing down Pap, how we had to run. And I just feel as Norcas, you shouldn't have to run around and fight and fight and fight. Like I would tell them when I called counselor, you guys ride down South Orange Avenue every day. You see what we have to live in. Our property is nothing in that area because of all the everything's just so messed up. I tried to sell one. When they offered me for my house, I was like, because they said it's a dilapidated. We used to call it like a war zone because it was all the weeds and they couldn't see nothing over here. And I have 2 children. Well, they are all grown. They went through the system, Speedway Avenue, Hooterville, as y'all called it, all that stuff. Grew up there. But I always said that I would not let the schools take my kids. So if he was in Hooterville on right up here, Mon Avenue, they were over there. Okay, it's a certain time you're supposed to be in the house in front of my house. I would go up there and get them. They called, they talk. I said, you let them talk about it. They say something, tell them you scared of your mom. You ain't got to be scared of them, you scared of your mom. If you're scared of me, you ain't gonna do nothing that you know you shouldn't be doing. I tried to raise them like this. To me, they came, I think I did a good job. And I don't want to say I'm like a single mother raised
our relationship didn't hate, but we wanted the best for our kids, so we were able to raise our kids in a manner that was respectful for him and respectful for me, because we always put the kids first. I got so much to say. I've been strictly here in there, I've been in district, I've worked with all kinds of people that's been voted in from way back from Gibson. Gibson was like from Alabama, his mother was Alabama, they're like distant cousins. But I've always helped her. I'm with Local 617, with JJ. That's why when people start talking, I said, y'all forgot I was with JJ. We know about the bathrooms and the decisions that's being made and all that kind of stuff that other people don't know about. I worked with Donna Jackson. I respect Donna Jackson. Y'all, she talks, but most of the time when she do her homework, she be saying the wrong thing. The right thing. But the thing is, we just can't get in the right path to help each other. You know, like even people running for office. Y'all got good ideas. Why we can't collaborate those ideas and everybody kind of get together and work? Okay, like the Levita ran, evidently Ran saw something that he would put her on his team. So we fight, but we don't have to fight against each other. We gotta fight for the same thing if we want to clear up our city. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Gail Kelly. I live in the Central Ward, but I grew up in the West Ward. I'm here to support my twin. Pam.
Oh, Jesus.
Just like everybody else, I own a house on Muhammad Ali Waverly Avenue. I own a house there, and even with that, I've seen how the neighborhood has changed. And it is homeowners, now they either sold their house or rented their house, so they have a lot of tenants. And like you said, they don't care about the garbage. They park their car, clean out the car, leave the garbage right there.
Yeah.
So I've seen, just in the time that I've had this house, the changes, you know? But like I said, I'm here to support my Yes.
All right, I don't want everybody to throw nothing at me, but I wasn't born and raised in Newark. I am from Elizabeth, New Jersey, okay? My husband brought me over to Newark, and I am a homeowner on Smith Street in Newark. I've been there for 38 years. I've raised my 3 children there, and I have 5 grandchildren.
Oh, you from Newark?
Damn near.
38 in Smith Street, and she been there some Newark.
Yes. You're right. We've been through a lot of changes up on Smith Street, you know. And I too go through the same thing with the garbage and the neighbors that don't want to take, that's renting right next door to me. I'm picking up garbage in front of their house trying to keep my property. I take pride in my property.
Absolutely.
My husband died almost 13 years ago, and I am taking care of that house and making sure that I keep that property up, you know? But my grandchildren, like when they come over in the summer, I'm always kind of making them stay in the backyard, but I have enough room for them to run around the front and up and down the alley. But I'm just not comfortable with them being on the front, because you never know what's gonna happen. You know, so I am here too also, and my daughter, you know, and we're hoping and, you know, praying that some changes will come in North, because about 3 or 4 years ago, I was so ready to leave. I was gonna just leave the house and go, because I was so uncomfortable being there on Smith Street, you know. But the neighbors, we prayed. It was rough, but it's a little bit better now, a lot better now. But you know, we the neighbors that will pick up the telephone and do what we need to do, then that's what's being done, and we can see an improvement. But now, I've been doing work on my house. I was like, you ain't going nowhere now, so you might as well just get with this book, okay? So I'm here to do whatever support that I can to help the look.
Good afternoon.
Good
Good afternoon.
Matthews. I'm born and raised in Newark.
Born here. She
I've
was
been
born here.
born in the house that I'm in. I only lived in that one house. I never lived nowhere else. And I told my mother that's my house, and I'm gonna take it. If I have to leave, I'm gonna pick it up and take it with me. Like we said, we noticed the different things, the changes in the neighborhood and stuff. But they call me Nancy Drew on the block. Every time somebody move in, hi neighbor, how you doing? Welcome to the neighborhood. You know, just let you know. I pay attention to everything. I take pictures, everything. Okay? I take pictures of cars, whatever. You'll be sitting there and I'll be acting like I'm taking a selfie. I'll be having the whole game. Okay? I send emails and stuff like that, and I got my certain people that I deal with North Police Department, because I got some family in there, and I just send emails, and then I see things happen. About two weeks ago, they dropped a abandoned car on Smith Street. They did it about 3 times. I called, the cop came. I said, thank you for coming to get the car. He said, well, thank you for calling. I said, well, just remember my face, because, you know, you'll see me, you'll hear me. Because I call, I'm like, this is my hood. I'm born and raised here, and Nancy Drew gonna pay attention to everything.
No, Donna Jackson troublemaker. Love it. But get it done. I'm not a chairperson and the president emeritus and next president of the Get It Done crew. The motto for 2022 is we taking over. And taking no prisoners. The city is in the condition that it is, everybody in this room, because we are too quiet. Because we don't meet anymore. Yes, you make them phone calls and you get no service. Your taxes go up every year, we do nothing. We don't come together. I don't always want to be the one to call around. When I come, you don't come, I'll call it, you don't come anyway. And it's fine, because things get done from that. Those phone calls, they make the difference, right? But it still ain't improved where it should be. You know why? Because they want you, excuse the expression, you niggas to go. And I'll tell you exactly why. We've been in the big takeover for the last 10 years, and y'all have sat back and allowed it to be this. I don't care what we were doing in this park, they built it everywhere else but in this park.
Exactly.
Pam been down at them freeholder meetings for the last 5 years. Luck, you've been in this park. You know how long we know each other. I don't want to say how young you are. I'm still 27. I don't know where that stuff came from. I'm just not even going to game now. I can't do it. But listen, people. The reality is we make this, right? And we have allowed the God and the gods to take over. Through this whole pandemic, y'all lost pay. Y'all had to get unemployment. You had to do this. You had to do that. Every elected official in this country got a check every month, on time, and didn't miss a pay. Right? So guess what, y'all? It's y'all fault. I still got people walking around with a $20,000, $15,000 voucher from unemployment talking about we owe you this, and it still ain't came. Y'all ain't did nothing. Gas $8 a gallon, because that's what it feels like. Nothing. Groceries so high right now. Everybody got a little extra food stamps. Everybody screaming, oh, they got 6,000 food stamps. Man, if you got 5 jokers in that house, kids, I ain't talking about y'all grown people. From the age of 18 under, they all eating $100 to $200 a week worth of food.
Absolutely. Don't even
You
get
can't even
that.
buy chicken anymore. This chicken went up to $200 a case. During this pandemic, it probably still is in that area. These restaurants were hit. Right? And I know we all got our personal feelings about COVID. But let me tell y'all the BS that's going on with y'all. We the only city in this state right now fully shut down. We're the only city in this state right now that you got to be fully vaccinated from the age of 5 up to go in a restaurant and the store. Y'all better watch what's going on. The 10 days we were shut down last year, How about on the 11th day, Queen Latifah came in